Hi everyone, this is April with Flowers from the Foss family, and today we're going to do a quick tour of the front and the backyard garden. So on our house right here we have Mojave fuchsia, I believe it's called, and this one is blooming way more for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I like the compact and the like kind of mounding effect of it. I really like that a lot. This is Agerarium, and so these are bedding plants. I bought some bedding plants and they're growing really well. This is lobelia, so they came 4 in a pot, and the ones that I put on the house are growing really good, and the ones that I'm growing in the garden are not doing good at all, so we'll see that in a little bit. Right here are the petunias that we planted in the garden boxes. Don't mind the hose. It's always out. Matt is always watering the garden. If we come down the steps a little bit, that's the purple sand cherry. It's doing really well. And I'm going to show you the wormwood here, and I don't know what's wrong with the wormwood. It's not doing well this year at all, so I kind of want to move it and just stick it in the back maybe and put something else there. We haven't decided yet. Here's some foxgloves, and growing through the foxgloves are the drumstick alliums. They have a ways to go yet. They're not ready to bloom. We have quite a bit more than we did last year. Some phlox waiting to get buds on it. These cute swans have some really cute lobelia in them. I love this so much, the color. And there is a tag in there, and there's spider webs in there, so I didn't want to dig in there, but I'm just giving you a super good close-up of how cute they are. The purple sand cherry, looking good. And then over here we have a bunch of different things that actually we need to move some things, but right now this is what it looks like. So we have a potted up petunia, and it's not a proven winners. It's not anything special, so it's not growing that great. The flowers are super cute, but it's just not that prolific. There's an allium growing through the hydrangea there. I need to move it up a little bit. And there's tons of foxgloves back here, and we had so much rain that some of them broke and some of them are laying down, and it's just a kind of a mess back there. The thyme is blooming, and if you watched the last video, you know Matt loves the thyme. And there's also peppermint back there, chocolate peppermint back there that is going crazy. That is a sedum, another allium. And these alliums like self-seeded, and so there's little chunks of them all over, and I want to move them around the garden. This is a reminiscence rose. It's so beautiful. I love this rose. It has lots and lots of buds this year, so that's fun. And something is munching on the leaves. I don't know what does that. I know that people talk about that. So if you know, put that in the comments what that is, or if it's just a normal thing, or if I should be doing something about it. Matt does not like roses. He says they're just a scraggly mess. So that's too bad, because I really like them. Some more foxgloves, and so the foxgloves are really tall, and they are really reaching for the sun and getting that little weird curve on the end there, and so they just keep blooming, and they're, they look a little bit odd because now the bottom flowers have fallen off, but it's going to go to seed. This is some so cute oregano, flowering oregano. I love that. Very cute. There's a geranium back there. There's nothing going on with the geranium yet. A potted lantana and yeah, I can't remember what it's called, dang it. These petunias were self-seeded from last year, and we got 2 different colors, and that one is has some white in it. It's kind of odd looking. Some daisies that are not in the garden. They're outside of the garden, but we left them. And some thyme, growing thyme everywhere. So I'm just gonna do a little span up and show you what the garden looks from my favorite view. And there's just a ton of flowers just blooming, and it's so beautiful right here. And this July is really when our garden shines, and it's going to shine for a while, and then kind of by August it starts petering out with some of the perennials. The breadseed poppies, these are so pretty. So these just popped up on their own from ones that we had last year, and they all came back like the same, self-seeded themselves, like the same flower, which doesn't happen all the time for us. And they're lavender, but they're like different variations of lavender, and I think there's like 5 or 6 different poppy plants here. They're so big, they're so pretty. There's gonna bloom some more tomorrow, probably tomorrow. And then the seed, when they're done and all the petals fall off, the seed heads are also really neat. And so we like to keep a lot of them up, so then they self-seed all over the place, and we like that. They're just kind of neat looking. And so we had a willow here, which you will see in the video that we put up last week, I believe, and it was like dying. So we bought this and put this here, and this is a Weigela. And I'll maybe on the next video I'll put what it's called, because I'm not sure at this moment, but it's brand new. So I hope that does better, because the willow hated its life there, and I had Matt move it to the back, which I will show you later in this video. Some dahlias, and then we go up to the box here on the dining room, and that is purple fountain grass. And so we bought, like, I think I have 6 purple fountain grasses, just like they must just be a generic one, and they're not doing well. But this one from Proven Winners, Graceful Grasses Red Riding Hood, is doing so good, and it's in this box. I can't believe how much better it's doing than those other purple fountain grasses. That's really depressing, actually. So we have a bunch of petunias in here, and the petunias look so good and so healthy. They're just doing really, really well. We pop some alyssum in there. And then the salvia doesn't look that great. I don't like that it looks all burnt up, but I'm just gonna leave it. And then the Supertunia Vista Jazzberry petunias, there's 4 up in that box. And then we come down to the favorite part of the garden. The spirea is blooming, and there is daisies. So this daisy I bought, it must have been 4 years ago, and it's doing so good. Last year it didn't do that great. The spirea is just so beautiful. Those little flowers are so cute, and I really like the color of the leaves on this, and then in the fall it turns like orangey. It's just really cute pop of different color in the garden, something I probably wouldn't usually buy, but I like how it looks. And as I stated before, the banana cream daisies, there's something on the leaves, I'm not quite sure what that is, but the flowers look healthy, and they're all just starting now. And I wait for this one, because it's one of my favorite things in the garden, and so that's been there a few years. And then that one we bought last year, and we bought 2 last year, and I don't think they flowered last year. I can't remember, I'd have to look back. So they're zone 5, and I'm so happy that they keep lasting the winter. And then because we're in zone 4. I don't know if I said that at the beginning of the video, but I think that this little pocket in front of the house and right next to the house is a zone 5. So they're really cute. I love those. I actually want more. Here's a butterfly echinacea. So last year, a bunch of our echinaceas had some kind of disease, and I can't remember, like, I think this was like, do we know if this has a disease or not? And I just said, I just want to leave it because it's a special one. It's not just a normal one that we bought. Some foxgloves. I love the foxgloves. They're everywhere, all over the garden. And then I'm just popping over to this is actually the front of the house, and the front of the house needs a lot of work. It's just a mess. But Matt had planted these lilies here quite a few years ago, and not quite a few, like, maybe 4 years ago. And so we're waiting for those to bloom. We don't know what to put on the front of the house. We can't decide. I'm thinking incredible hydrangeas because of how much sun it gets. It gets morning sun. This is the snowball viburnum, and that is gone over now. The little cute snowball flowers, they're done blooming now, but I really like the leaves on that. The smoke bush. So the smoke bush does look, like smoke if you're far away. It looks like it's smoky. I really like it. I tried just moving over the branches a little bit because it's growing into the Quickfire Fab hydrangea. The Quickfire Fab hydrangea is my favorite hydrangea, and I think we have like 3 or 4 of them. I really like them. And here are some phlox. They don't even have buds on them yet. And the tiny wine 9-bark is getting really eaten up by those phlox. It's taken over. So I don't know if we should leave it or what we should do. I'm not sure. We might have to move some things around. So this little spirea last year was in a different spot in our garden, and there was an ant hill underneath of it or something, and it was killing the plant. I thought it was dying, and so Matt moved it over here, and it rebounded. And then this little spirea was somewhere else. I can't remember if it was here or if it was somewhere else, but it lasted the winter, and it's a little spirea plant, a little free plant. A little lobelia. I really like the color of this lobelia too. Some heuchera under this Alfredo viburnum, another favorite specimen. I love that thing. It's obviously done flowering, and then it will get red berries in the fall. That's a Zinfandel hydrangea. Some foxgloves. The foxgloves have such a weird little thing that they're doing now because they're really reaching for this. They're heavy, so they're like just kind of all crinkly looking. A little favorite spot in the garden are the Sweet William. The Sweet William are just so, I feel like there's nothing like them. They're just so cute. I can't get over how cute they are, and they smell so good. If you move them around or walk by them, you can smell them. I love it. You see bachelor buttons everywhere, and petunias trying to grow, and this is I think it's a Carl Foster. Oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna try because I'm not sure. But if you want to know, I can look. I have everything. I have all the tags saved and everything. Salvia, self-seeded everywhere from one of these. I don't think it's the big ones. I think it's the little one that we bought last year. The foxgloves are just poking up all over in the garden, and they're just such a fun, whimsical part of the cottage style that I really like. The peonies are done. The Nostrantia. I'm sorry if I'm moving a little fast here. What's happening is my phone had 10%, and I didn't realize it, and so I'm just like trying to like get it all in before my camera dies, because I wasn't gonna have time to do it at all. Like there was no other time for me to do this, so I'm like, I want to get this done before, you know how it is. I'm like, I want to get these things in this video, because who knows what's gonna be happening next week. This is the Weigela. I don't even know how to say it ever. Weigela. Matt makes fun of me how I say it, because I want to say Weigelia. That's not right. This is a cute hydrangea. That's one of the last ones that bloom. And so when it blooms, I will let you know what it's called, because there is a tag under there. And if I thought about it, I probably could remember. Look at that lupin trying to live its life. A very cute hoot grass, a mastrantia. So cute. I think I'm going to move all the astrantia to the back where it's thriving. That's an incredible blush hydrangea, and they're just so beautiful, the blush ones. The ajuga, so the dead looking parts are the flowers, and they're done, so they should be cut off, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just probably going to let it be. The flax back there, and I have a little video, I'm going to insert it in there. These are pink lilies, and I can't believe how many lilies we have, because when we first got them like 4 years ago, we had 2. So that is really like 2 flowers. There were 2 flowers on that thing. Here is Echinops globe thistle. They are getting their globes. This is really cute. So I wanted these planted with echinacea, and we had a big huge echinacea plant here, and it died I think 2 years ago. Oh, there's another Sweet William I wanted to capture on this little video right at the corner of the garden there on the hill. And so it just seeded itself everywhere now. So there's echinacea growing everywhere. That's a Limelight Prime, and I would not recommend that in zone 4, because it doesn't, or in my garden at least, because it's not getting very tall or full or anything. This sedum is having a hard time. It was really beautiful at one point and a couple years ago, and it just doesn't like it anymore for some reason. So we're going to get it out of there, and we're going to put something else there. These are the incredible blush hydrangeas that are going to start flowering soon, and then the blooms just get so huge, and then the 2 bushes touch each other. This is some Veronica that's starting to bloom, and this is the first. So we bought those last year, and they didn't bloom last year, and this year they are. And so I'm trying to show you what they're called down there. The Magic Show, Pink Potion. And this one is being hidden, and so what we're going to do is we're going to move this penstemon, Midnight Masquerade penstemon. So the one that's on the far left of the screen of the penstemon was the original mother plant, and then that was like when we first had our garden, like 5 years ago, and then it never self-seeded, and then last year it did. All these baby plants everywhere, and they all came back the same as the mother plant, except for this taller one is like a way lighter color. So it's just so cute and so neat, and flowers, they just want to grow, and it's just happy, and it makes me happy. I love the dark stems on this. It's just beautiful. So we're gonna have to move the little ones in front of the Veronica, because I can't see the Veronica with that big huge thing in the way. And then there's foxgloves growing through the 9-bark. And if you remember in the last video, the 9-bark was blooming, and now the blooms have gone over, and they are this dark red. Look at next to the Russian sage. It looks like Christmas colors, red and green. But I still like it. Like, I like that color. This is purple sage, purple leaf sage, or something like that. That I popped in there, and then that's a regular sage next to the Russian sage, and there are 2 baby Russian sages next to that big one. So I don't know if they're gonna be able to grow, because it's pretty bushy right there. Just showing you how pretty that 9-bark is. We have one other 9-bark in the garden, then I hope it gets this big, but it's very tiny right now. I kind of want to buy a couple more for the back. The foxgloves doing their weird little thing. And this spirea is blooming and some of it's going over, and then there's a lupin growing out of it, and so it's kind of splitting it, and I can't decide if I want to get rid of the lupin or not. Another weigela here. A grass. And then I popped over to the corner of the house here. This is a potted petunia that Carmen, my daughter Carmen, bought for me. This part needs some work too. So we'll get to it at some point. I mean, the garden is never like gonna be done, I don't think, because I keep wanting more and more things. And so here's where I'm just so disappointed in the garden. So we had bought that alyssum, the bedding alyssum, because we didn't start any seeds in the house this year, and we planted them and they haven't even grown at all. And it's been over a month now. They have not grown one bit, and I'm so disappointed because last year we planted alyssum and the alyssum was like just flowing over into the path at this point. And all the alyssum that you see right now is self-seeded from last year. So I bought some petunias to stick in there to grow because it's just disappointing. So this little cone flower is new. And it's just so cute. I think it'll do really good there too because it gets pretty hot on the house. Another smoke bush that was new this year, and I hope that's a good place for it. The thyme is blooming, and I'm just spanning over to this other penstemon here that we did. It was a baby that had self-seeded from the mother plant last year, and Matt moved it over here and it survived, and it's going to be such a cute addition to the little side of the garden here that I really like. The pathway, the bachelor buttons with the feverfew in the back. It's kind of messy back here. I hope at one point it all grows to how it's supposed to grow, because we have that Sonic Boom, I think it's Sonic Boom weigela, and then we have another quick fire growing back there and a 9-bark. So there are bushes growing back there, but they're just really tiny. So I hope that it fills in, because I don't want to see all this mulch. So we're working on it. This garden is not old at all. Look at how cute the Sweet William is. So cute. The banana cream daisies, and up close of them with the roses in the back. They're kind of going over now, so it's not really worth to get like a good picture of them. The Bobo hydrangea, which I'll share in a different video when it blooms. There's some lobelia tucked back down in there. It's actually surviving down there. That was one of the bedding one of the bedding plants. And these purple magenta ones too are the celosia, and they're just not growing that great. I thought they would be such a cute bright color, but they're just not doing well at all. So this part of the front part of the garden and the path of the garden, I'm disappointed in, because I had a plan and it was supposed to be filled with alyssum. And like I said, the alyssum is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, so I don't know what happened. A little lobelia back down there. The geums are done blooming. This is a new flower. I think they're called balloon flowers. Aren't they cute? They're so cute, and they only get 6 inches tall, so they stay small. So I think I need more because they're so tiny. Some foxgloves. Another petunia. And there's now I can't even know how to say it, planted in there. That is a salvia from the other one, and then a spirea. and a proud berry. And all these babies are baby plants that self-seeded from the mother plants, and we planted those brand new this year. And we split up the lilies and planted those around the hydrangea and the sedum, and we'll see what it looks like, because I don't know. I mean, I'm not a professional. I didn't even know any names of flowers 5 years ago. So we'll see what happens. So this is a catmint and a nepeta. I don't think it's catmint. I think it's nepeta. Just nepeta. I can't even remember what it's called, if it's cat's pajamas or what. So it is humongous, and I realized yesterday that I need to take it out, because I sit over here in this little spot and I cannot see past this nepeta down to the end of the garden, all the way down to the cute Sweet William down there. I cannot see. So we're going to take it out, we're going to split it up, and we're going to divide it up. We're going to put it in the back, and we're going to put something else there, something shorter, so I can see all the way down to the end of the garden. That's a hydrangea right there in the back, and I think that is also a quick fire fab. Lots of lupin that have gone over. We're letting the seed pods dry and then just drop. Some wormwood. Hyssop is starting to bloom. Invincible Spirit 2 hydrangea. Some phlox. The phlox doesn't look that great. I don't know what's wrong with it. The Sweet William. Nothing is, it's just such a bright, pretty color. I love it. Some dianthus that has gone over. I suppose if I cut it, I wonder if it would grow, bloom, rebloom. I don't even know. I'm just spanning up to show you a little bit of what it looks like from certain areas. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and there's a lot of weeds, and it's way cottagey, and I just want to fill it up. That is new. Hibiscus right there. I hope it likes it there. We had a hibiscus in the backyard, which is colder than the front yard, and it lasted 1 year. We planted it in the fall, and then it came back the next year. It's one of the last things to come back, and so you're thinking, is this thing dead? And it flowered, and then it didn't come back the next year after that. So I don't know. We have had some couple bad winters. One winter we didn't get any snow, and it's too cold, and so I don't know. We'll see what happens with it. I'm just waiting for the hydrangeas to bloom, because that's gonna be a show, because we have a few really good hydrangeas, and they're just so beautiful when they start blooming. So I'm hopping back to the backyard now, and this is the willow that was planted in the front by the house where the poppies were, and look at it. It's burnt alive, just burnt to a crisp. And so I'm I think it doesn't like it here, so we're moved it back here. This gets some sun. It's right behind all the astilbe here, and I don't know, we'll see how it does here. We have a juga that's full of weeds. I mean, what a mess. A bleeding heart that's obviously gone over. The yarrow doesn't like it here either. It's not really flowering that great, so I think I'm going to move the yarrow, and I'm going to put something else, a hydrangea. I want to put a hydrangea there. Now look at this astrantia. Isn't it so cute? It really likes it here. So this astrantia, I have 4 or 5 of them, and this one is doing the best. And so I think I'm just going to take them all and put them all right here, because it's happy here. It looks cute here. I like how healthy and big the flowers look. So I think I'm going to move it. And these ones are brand new, little babies. So this is kind of a different view. We're way on the other side now. The way down at the end there is where we were, the willow tree. the willow bush, the foxgloves. They're actually really tall. The foxgloves are so tall. There's yarrow back here and milkweed, and it's just kind of a mess back here, but I think we're kind of gonna let it be like that in the back part there. This is a limelight prime and a weed bucket. We throw our weeds in. This is a quick fire fab. This quick fire fab is 3 years old, and it's probably the best looking one. It looks so compact. It's so full. It's so nice. I love it. Some gay feathers growing in there. Liatris. Feverfew. The Feverfew show is way cute. It just self-seeds everywhere, and I'm okay with that because it's the cutest thing. It's just a billow of white. You can see it in different spots back there. So this year the garden is not, and I don't think last year either, it's just not as full. We're kind of deciding what we want to do back here. You can see the grasses and the viburnum and foxgloves and feverfew. It's just has a lot of pretty things in it, but it needs more stuff. So we're kind of deciding what to do. Some sedum. There's one little sedum in the middle there that we just cut a piece off and stuck it in the ground. That's all you need to do. It'll grow, I promise. See, here's another astrantia, and it's just like one little tiny flower. So it needs to be, I don't know, maybe I'll give it a chance. We'll see. But this one and the other one that I showed you were planted at the same time, and so it just tells me like the other spot is a better spot. And up close, so the foxgloves, they're so cute and whimsical. Some yarrow. I don't know where this dark colored yarrow came from. It's over, we have some over on a different part of the garden, and I don't know where it came from. So I'm going to take you down this path here and just kind of show you what's blooming on each side if there's something to show. So I'm going to show you the feverfew and up close of it. So there's single and double feverfew in here. And they each have a different name, and I don't know what the name is because I started this by seed like 3 or 4 years ago. That's a single. And then these are double. Look at how cute. And I definitely like the double ones better, but I like that it's all together and it's so cute. Feverfew is just one of my favorites. So this hydrangea was stuck behind the mailbox, and it just did not like it back there. And so it has no buds on it, and I don't know if it will bloom or if it will like it here, but we'll find out. And this hydrangea is also a quick fire fab, and it was somewhere else too, and it never got bigger. And this is like at least 4 years old. It should be as big as the one that I just showed you, but it's not. So hopefully it does a better job here. This is a big little area of our sweet William. Oh, so cute. I'm showing you out all the colors. I think there's 5 different variations of the sweet William here. I like the ones on the end here that are like pink with the white ruffles around the edges. That's my favorite one. This feverfew is like sprawling all over, splitting down the middle, but I just like it. I just like how it looks, and Matt's like, let's corral it up. I'm like, no, just leave it. I just like the wildness of it. And this rose is having a hard life. I don't know what's on the leaves. And it's actually a David Austin rose. And I think it was I'm not even going to say what it is. But it's not, I don't know. It's not doing well. And here is a sedum. And on the other side of the path, we have another sedum. I'll show you in a second. Here's some creeping thyme that is starting to flower. But the weeds, oh my gosh, the weeds just want to live their life. Like, they're like, I'm going to live my life no matter what you try to do. Some native echinacea. Some more feverfew. So beyond this little part of our garden, looking, you know, there's a hill right there, and then it goes into my neighbor's yard, and so the hill is just a hot mess. And I can't believe how much work Matt did on this garden during his few days of vacation. He really, like, I came back here when we got back from our trip a month ago, and I was like, oh my gosh. It was weed central. It was, I just thought, what, are we just gonna call it a day because it was such a mess. There's some grasses. Matt loves those grasses. Allium. I think we're gonna put the nepeta on the left there. I'm sorry, I'm going fast. I know I am. I don't know what those, I can't remember what those orange flowers are called. And then today Matt and I were talking about it, and he, like, it just came out of his mouth what they were, and now I forgot already. So I don't remember what he said. Some foxgloves, some daisies back there. This hydrangea is beautiful back here when it blooms. So I can't wait. And I told Matt last year, I'm like, we need more of these hydrangeas back here because it's so pretty. So it's an incredible hydrangea. That self-seeded from, I can't remember if we moved it back here too. It was just a little baby one that we moved back. So this is our backyard and our front yard garden tour, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I know I moved fast for a lot of it. I'll try to do another one next week, and so I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.